Welcome to NFL Picks with the Goon Squad, Week 11. It was a pretty decent Week 10. Icewater and Black Thor are wrapped up in the tie. They can't get away from each other. They love each other. They can't get away from each other. So they both come in with an overall record of 95 and 55. But Ice had a 9-5 record last week, along with me and Pop, and Black Thor had an 8-6 record. Let me get some brief comments from Black. Let's go to you first, man. Summarize the previous week.
I think you may want to clean your glasses, man. The other way around. Ice had an 8, whatever. I had a 9, bro. I mean, I know you don't want me. You don't want me, brother Ice, but yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to clean those glasses, man, you should be proper. That's all, man. I know you didn't do it intentionally. Not you, man. Not the guy that keeps track of the counts and all the numbers. That I got to pay somebody to watch. They pay them to watch.
I stand corrected.
No, that's okay. I'm messing with your cousin. You know what's funny, because I'm watching the 1 o'clock game. I looked at the schedule for last week. I said 4 o'clock games. Sorry, man. These 1 o'clock games are going to be, where it's at. And I tell you the truth, that's where it was, man. Cincinnati, I'm sorry, Cincinnati and Houston. Oh my goodness, man. I'm this young cat right now. I'm serious. If there was a give the MVP right now, it's all Stroud. I don't hear anything about Mahomes or none of that other stuff. It's all his, baby. That cat right there to be a rookie, way slinging that ball, average time. Yards down the field, 15, 20 yards down the field. That's one thing I think you have to start doing a little better, is maybe dumping the ball off. Cleveland and the Ravens, whoo, there was some paint coming off the helmets in that game, bro. There was some paint coming off. And, the one thing about the Ravens, I'll say this and get out of the way about the Ravens, they give away more fourth quarter leads than any other team, bro. And you're not going to win the Super Bowl with that. I'm sorry, man. You're just not going to. I don't know what happens. They go sleep in the fourth quarter, whatever happened, but they've been doing that this year. They did it last year. That they got to get corrected.
I summarized last week.
Yeah, a lot of craziness. The fact that the Browns came back and won that game, like, are you kidding me? Man, it's just like they just do whatever they can. They are so up and down and so Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know how they got it done. I will jump back on C.J. Stroud and the Texans. They believe they can win and can beat anybody. The Bengals are a more formidable opponent, and do that on the road was a major. Maybe they need to take another trip back to Ohio, because you had former Ohio State Buckeye Noah Brown had a career day as a wide receiver, getting thrown passes from another Buckeye, Stroud. They were on fire. They felt good. Their coach, again, is very inspirational, and they're enjoying playing football. I like that, how that goes. And the Vikings, really, man, I should have known I was in trouble when I found out later on more information that Puma did not share, that Jameis Winston was quarterback. I was like, no wonder we lost. They lost.
He came in due to injury, though. He came in due to injury.
Yeah. He got Carr got injured.
I mean, but still, when he touches the ball, it's a wrap. It's slut rock. You know what it is. Y'all watch the Philistines. It's slut rock. Wowsy. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave y'all with that. But other than that, very impressed with the 49ers victory over the Jaguars. They dominated them. For all y'all that thought the 49ers were done, be careful. Because to see Chase Young and Bosa back, like he used to be in Columbus, Ohio, with the OHIO, bruh, that's dangerous. That should be against the law. And if they keep going like they are, they're going to come back strong. So be very aware and very careful of the 49ers.
I got one thing to say about the Buffalo Bills. Shouts out to you. Using the offensive coordinator as a scapegoat of why y'all lost on Monday night. Everybody knows, high school teams know, that the defensive coach, the special team coach, and a player on the field gets to, count off how many men are on the special teams on the kickoff. And shouts out to you. You're going to use the offensive coordinator had nothing to do with that, but you get rid of him. Shout out to you instead of the real problem, the head coach. And I've been saying this for years. The head coach is an idiot. But the pick order this week is Black Thor goes first, followed by Ice, then me, and then Pop. I got Pop's picks. The first game on tap is Cincinnati at Baltimore. This should be a paint coming off helmets on this game, Black. Who you got?
This one's tough, man. This one's really tough because, again, Ravens, they have a tough time in the fourth quarter, kind of do what they have to do to put teams away. But I think they're going to do enough. I'm going to take the Ravens, and I think Cincinnati's going to come out and fight hard. But I think Cincinnati is in trouble. I think they got cocky from last year. They could lose some games and come back. I don't think it's going to happen this year, so I'm going to take the Ravens.
All right, Ice, who you got?
If the Bengals were at home, you might have a look, give them a little love over there, and them coming off a tough loss to Houston. I know they're gonna come back with fire, but the way that Houston kind of shredded their defense, the Bengals defense last week, and Marmar at home on Thursday night. One thing the Bengals have trouble with is Marmar running. Marmar start running and start bouncing around and start having career nights. Probably won't be a lot of points scored because that's something about Thursday night. I don't think those guys want to play that game. But like I said, Marmar finds a way. I think he'll do enough with the Bengals unless Burrow comes along alive. But you know what? I'm usually pretty good with this, so I'm gonna stick with him. My percentage is very good. Let's go, Marmar. Take him home. Baltimore.
Yeah, the Bengals, one of their top receivers is going to be out. And so that gives the other team a chance to double up on Chase. And I don't know if Burrow can get to anybody else. Maybe the running backs, they're a little banged up also. But I got to go with Baltimore. Papa's going with Baltimore also. Next game on tap is Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland coming back and winning last week. Black, who you got?
If I heard correctly, man, the quarterback, I'm not going to hide news like you and Pops do, but quarterback is out for the season for Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Watson's out.
Yeah, he's out, man. Wow. I'm going to close my eyes and take the Steelers, man. I love Cleveland's defense, but Steelers are finding a way to win. It's just, I don't know how they're doing it. I'm not going to try to figure it out, but they're finding a way, man. They're finding a way. I think this is going to be like maybe a 3-6 game. I'll take the Steelers.
Yeah, they're 6-3. They're 6-3. Yeah. I didn't think they would be this at this particular point. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say the Browns because they're at home, but you lose Deshaun Watson. But my question is, are they going to play the backup quarterback, or are they going to play the young guy with the three names, the rookie? Who are they going to play? Well, regardless of the factor that I watched the backup quarterback in the game versus Seattle, they should have won. And I'm a little nervous about the coach too in Cleveland because it's like, what plays are you going to make? And we also know too that it's going to be a little chilly, and it's a 1:00 game, and it's on CBS. So we know what CBS likes for. You're going to see a monumental either tackling performance or interception or a fumble return by Watt. That's what they look. That he's selling tickets, he's selling hot dogs, he's selling all kinds of stuff. They love Watt so much, it's ridiculous. And I ain't mad. You gotta everybody gotta have their heroes. But with that alone, it's gonna allow me to say Pittsburgh's gonna win the game. Cause they some about that, man, that Pittsburgh nation and the TV story, like, all right, well, they're not gonna get that call because you know what? People love Pittsburgh. They're just not gonna let them go to the Super Bowl, but they damn sure give them a game versus Cleveland.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick, Boom?
Yeah.
I realized this thing, man. If they had Dobbs still on that team, the Cleveland Browns, they would probably be right now, man. If they had kept Dobbs and signed what's the name, they would probably win the loss to game. That defense and Dobbs.
Yeah. Bonehead moves. I'm going with Pittsburgh. Also, Pittsburgh has to really focus on stopping the running game of Cleveland. If they don't stop the running game of Cleveland, it's going to be a long day for Pittsburgh, but I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Pop is going with Pittsburgh. Next game on tap is Chicago at Detroit. Black, who you got? Justin Fields.
I don't care who Chicago put out their quarterback. I'll be honest with you. They ain't going to get Jim McMahon. They're going to lose this game. I'm taking the line.
Right. Ice?
Yeah, at Detroit too, that's going to be a problem. Poor Fields. If I was him, I start limping about right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, they still put your injury reserve, bro. I start limping right now. Like I tweaked something. What was it? I don't know. My ACL, something, my thigh bone, whatever it is, because it's going to be ugly in Detroit. Detroit is going to get it done, and they've been playing really good football lately, and this is not a good game to come back to. So, Detroit.
All they're doing in Chicago right now is putting Fields out there to audition for new teams. So I'm going with Detroit. Pop is going with Detroit also. Next game on tap is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Green Bay Packers. Black, who you got?
The Packers tried last week, man, against the Steelers. They tried, they battled, but I don't think they're here yet. It hurts me to take the Chargers. I'm just gonna take the Chargers. I'm gonna close my eyes and take the Chargers with this one. But I just can't trust the young Packers yet for that reason alone. I don't care where they're playing, Tundrum, Bumdrum, whatever. Take the Chargers.
Ice, who you got?
Yeah, Justin Herbert showed up a little bit last week, scored a lot of points versus Detroit. They still lost. Yeah, the Packers, I just don't think they have enough firepower. Even on a bad day, Justin Herbert can find a way to win some ball games and try to move the ball, score some points, should I say. So that's enough for me. So I'm gonna take the Chargers.
All right, me and Papa are taking the Chargers also. Next game on tap is the Las Vegas Raiders, who've been playing really inspired football with Coach Pierce at Miami. Black, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami, man. I'm gonna take at home. Miami just a different team. Miami plays and beat up on bad teams. I'm not saying the Raiders are bad with homeboy coaching them, but Pierce coaching them. But at home, I think Tyrese Hill is gonna have a few of them. I'm gonna take the Dolphins with this
All right, Ice, who you got?
The emotional uplift that Antonio Pierce provides for the Raiders is great. And I don't think that's gonna go well on the road. And I think Miami knows that they've been some very difficult games where they either struggled against some very good teams or they got blown out, right? Or somebody happened, or somebody they had disappointing performances by their top guys, Tariq Hill, and then also Tua. But this is a game that they just need to go ahead and get their confidence back and get ready for the rest of the way. And this is a feel good game for them. I think they're gonna severely punish the Raiders and score a lot of points. So I'm taking Miami.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami too. The secondary of the Raiders, I'm sure can match up with the receivers of Miami. Papa's going with Miami also. Next game on tap is the New York Giants at Washington. Black, who you got?
I'm gonna say this real quick, man. Giants have no excuses, bro. I watched Minnesota lose their quarterback, their top receiver, and they still don't know for the playoffs, bro. If you put together a good team with your general manager and you got a damn good head coach, that's what you can do. And you're not afraid to go out there and take chances and get rid of this Danny nonsense, you could be there. I don't care whoever they're playing, man. Just give me the team they're going against the Giants. Take it. I think it's Boston. Just give it to them. I don't even want to say their name. Whoever they're playing against, I'm going with.
All right, Ice, who you got?
Yeah, the Washington Commanders. You know what? If they didn't have if the Giants didn't have nine offensive players on the on the on the PUP list, then I would possibly take them. But I don't see anything going on right there. So I think the Commanders win by default.
All right. I mean, we're all thinking the same thing after seeing the Giants get embarrassed again by the Dallas Cowboys, and all Dallas Cowboy fans are holding up the Super Bowl trophy after beating the Giants. All of us are going for Washington. Next game on tap. Speaking of the devil, Dallas at Carolina. It's gonna be 2 weeks in a row, Black.
It's what they do, man. It's what they do. They feast on these bad teams, and you come out. I'm not, CeeDee Lamb. Bro, I respect you, but you get 150 yards and a beat up defense of the Giants. You come out and say you're the best wide receiver in the league. Okay, I want to hear you say that same thing in the playoffs. When the playoffs start for the first week of the playoffs, I want you to say the same thing and then prove it in the playoffs, because that's when you're going to show you the best receiver in the league. I'll take the Cowboys here. I'll take it against Carolina.
All right, Ice. Cowboys, Carolina.
Yeah, Cowboys, even though they're on the road, Carolina lost to Chicago. And they tried to do everything they could. It's gonna be a bad look. Um, some people are gonna have hope because Cowboys are gonna win this game convincingly, or should anyway. But I'm not buying it. Still don't buy into it. But I will take them this week, Cowboys.
All right. Until they come up with a offensive configuration so that Bryce Young can look over the line of scrimmage, he's not going to last long in this league. I'm going with Dallas. Papa's going with Dallas also. Next game on tap is Tennessee at Jacksonville. Black, what you got?
Ooh, this one's gonna be a tough game, man. I like Tennessee, but I think it's time for head coach Tennessee to go. I think he's been keeping a lid on that team. They can't even run the ball now, which is not helping the young quarterback. It's time to bring in an offensive mind, another defensive coordinator. Allow this quarterback that you drafted to blossom and get the running game back on course. I'm afraid to take Jacksonville. I'm afraid. I'm just afraid, man. I think Jacksonville started out well. They was trying to come along, even though they're home. You know what? I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
All right. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, Tennessee up and down. You got the young quarterback trying to do some things, but Jacksonville got embarrassed last week. I mean, embarrassed. If you have a team that's supposed to be trying to improve and be one of the top teams in their conference, didn't happen. They got manhandled by San Francisco. I think they're gonna be a little pissed off, and also at home. Yep, Jacksonville at home.
Yeah. Going with Jacksonville also. I remember last year when they were in the same kind of predicament and they made a good second half run to make it to the playoffs. So I got to go along with them. And I don't think their coach is going to let them just put their head down and just kind of go out quietly this season. They got to come back in a big way against a division rival. And Papa's going with Jacksonville also. Next game on tap is Arizona and Houston. I had a tough time with this because my little guy is back. And he beat me last week, but hey, he came back and looked halfway decent. Black, who you got?
Make sure you take him there because I'm taking the Texans part. Feel free to take him. You look that good. You're going to take him. We're going out there. I'm going to take Stroud,
man. All right. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, your little dude is going to have to go on the road. You don't get to stay at home and, eat fried chicken and stay asleep in his bed. He got to get on the road. And the Houston Texans, they believe they can do something. They believe they can win, and they're going to be at home too. Yeah. And the question is, though, how much is your little dude going to be able to lead the team? Because I know he got to be a little gun shy. And Houston is firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively, and they believe they can be one of the best teams in the league, and I think they are. Houston.
Yeah. Love Kyler Murray. Love him. Love him. But I can't take him this game. He got to get his feet a little bit wetter during the season. It was only his first game back. And also, Pop is taking Houston also. So who would have thought at the beginning of the season we'd be taking Houston for a win convincingly, all of us. Next game on tap is Tampa Bay at San Francisco. Black, who you got?
Oh, my goodness, man. San Francisco, bro. I don't even want to say they're back. They just look like that week off. I don't know if they all went to Mexico or what, man, but they came back on fire, man. Fire, San Fran.
All right, Ice.
Yeah, San Francisco at home, tuning up, bruh. Getting ready, tuning up. Everybody talking about, oh, they lost 4 games. They lost 3 straight. Oh, okay, tuning up. They got that crazy trade, like I said. Chase Young back with his fella. Man, I can't believe when I saw that trade, I was like, NFL. I was like, well, he's injury prone. He looked very injury prone to me last week, didn't he? He looked like he really hurt, like he on medication, didn't he? Man, please. San Francisco.
And San Francisco across the board, I'm going with them. And also Pop is going with the 49ers. Next game on tap is the New York Jets at Buffalo. Who you got, Black?
There should be a law for how bad the Jets defense, offense is, man. That should be against the law, that quarterback. I know he's your man, man. So how can you run from him? Because when he came out of the league, you said, I watched him, they all that. That cat, man. That's horrible, man.
What the words of Rodney Dangerfield? Who knew?
I mean, to be in New York, bro, I'm not saying the Jets is a stellar franchise, but I'm just going to say what it is, man. To be a white quarterback in New York, you have everything you want, man. Look at Puma Esiason. Look at Puma Esiason. Wasn't no stellar quarterback. You can have everything if you just play decent. But damn, I'm sorry, man. They're taking the Buffalo beat down Bills. I think they beat down Bills, man. I agree with you about the head coach, man. Yeah, ever since that 13th second, I go back to that game they played Kansas City Chiefs. They haven't been the same, bro. And what I've read since then is that when that 13 seconds started to happen, the head coach told the defensive coordinator, I'll take it over from this point. And that's why what's name basically stepped down for a year. Because he told him at this point, I'll do the play calling. And just think about me, if he'd moved out the way, they might have went on and beat Kansas City. And they've been going downhill ever since.
Yeah. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, as much as I want to give Mr. Wilson, the quarterback that is, a little play, he always find a way just to disappoint you. It's like, damn, because you right there. Just don't throw the ball away. Don't make a mistake. Looks like you can play for Dallas. Anyway, but don't make a mistake in crucial moments because the rest of the team is really trying and defense is trying. And Buffalo is just, I don't know. But I think they have enough to win this game. Plus, they're at home. They'll probably slow everything down and just try to terrorize the quarterback. And that's going to be enough for them to win. So I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't want to take Buffalo, but I have to because they're the worst of, they're the queen of the pigs in this particular game. Pop is going with Buffalo also. Next game on tap is Seattle at the Los Angeles Rams. Black, who you got?
I'm going to take Seattle, man. Yeah, they're going to hopefully they find a way. This quarterback can do enough just to get past the Rams. Rams are not a good team, bro. I'm surprised that head coach came back. I thought he was going to, step down last year, go do a year of football with another team. They must have gave him a lot of money to come back to live through this misery. But I'll take the Seahawks.
All right, Ice, who you got?
Man, I so badly want to take Matthew Stafford coming back with the Rams. I so badly want to do it. But I watched them play some bad football. And I don't know if Seattle can just keep being that damn bad. And it's still out there on the West Coast, so they ain't got to really get up that early. I'm going to go with the 12th man outside their own building. I'm going to go with Seattle.
All right. I want to go with Seattle, but the only way I can catch up is take some chances. The Rams just can't be this bad. I'm just going to go I'm going to hold my nose, go with the Rams. Pop is going with Seattle. Hopefully it could be an upset. I'm just kind of hoping for an upset for the Rams. It can't be that bad. Next thing on tap is Minnesota at Denver. Denver pulled out a win against Buffalo, and Buffalo was trying their best to give them that ball game with turnovers, fumbles, dumb play calling, dumb coaching. Black, who you got?
Ooh, that's interesting. I think the coach of the Vikings is actually the coach of the year. I mean, what he's done with their franchise based on what took place. And bringing in the only team to bring in another quarterback, and basically getting them ready for a short period of time. Denver's kind of playing some better football, but I don't trust them yet. I just don't trust them yet. I don't trust Russell. I just don't, man. I think if the Vikings can do what if the Vikings could score against the Saints defense, they should be scoring the Broncos defense. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
All right, Ice, who you got?
This is returning Russell Wilson. He's gonna come back and show you primetime TV Sunday night. I still got it, despite what y'all saying about my wife. I still can play football. So Russell Wilson is ready to lead this team. But Mr. Dobbs last week, I didn't think he was going to be able to do it. Not so much you. I thought that we had another quarterback in the Saints. I won't make that mistake this week. I'm going to roll with you, Mr. Dobbs, and Vikings over Broncos.
All right. Pop is going with Minnesota, and so am I. Last game on tap. This is a tough one. We play at the Super Bowl. Philly at Kansas City. Black, who you got?
It's kind of scary because they both coming off buys, if I'm correct. Yeah, I just don't. I don't think KC is there yet. I know they're coming off a bye. I think this game means much more to Philly than it does to KC. I think the quarterback had a chance to rest up. He's a little banged up. I think Philly's going to get him this time. I'll take the Eagles.
All right. All right, so who you got?
Philadelphia Eagles, quarterback, all this going on. And Dallas was this close. Dak would have ran that 2-point conversion instead of trying to dive.
You mean when he got hit in the air and turned into a helicopter?
Not that one.
Not that one.
That wasn't the same thing. I'm talking about the little 2-point conversion when it could have been cut down to 3. Man, he wouldn't take that extra step. Patrick Mahomes would take that other step. He gonna show you. Dak Prescott, do me a favor. Watch this game this week, bro. You'll be off. You ain't gotta worry about it. Watch this game. Watch how you're supposed to go down the field, take care of all the weapons that you have, and make it happen despite the great Eagles. Kansas City. Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna go with Philly. They've just been doing enough to win football games. And I think, like Black said earlier, they wanted more. They still holding that grudge against that Super Bowl loss, and they could have damn near won that Super Bowl if just a few plays. They were a few plays away. Papa's going with Kansas City, so we got half and half on that one. Check out our Facebook page, the First 40 Sports Show, for our picks, and we will be back at you next week.
Taylor Swift is going to be at the game this week. Y'all know that, right?
Damn.
Automatic victory.
Yeah,
automatic.
nothing to do with football. It's just Taylor Swift. That's why you make
Taylor Swift going to be there. Automatic victory.
Here's what FanDuel should do, but they should have bets. How many times they're going to show her?
They're going to show her, yeah.
Yeah, that's over under. I'm serious.
Hey.
Damn.